Sleeping on a park bench in a parking floor to heat. All the world in a bag at her feet. Said life dealt her a losing hand. Needed help just to stand. Moved down and she said to be near the kids her sister raised. Not her. Down in the one, but her. Driving you see, but her. While someone else raised a family. Her kids would say, trap house free. Away from mom, no trees near the shelter. Smoking through a shelter, I felt bad alive. She said she needed help just to survive. They were nicer than the homeless best. So she told the stories that she said. But she never stayed too long, fighting everyone and getting on wrong. One by one, those doors all closed. Every shelter finally told her go. She once had 2 little kittens. Used them both for internet attention. Said my baby's my whole world. Posted pictures for attention squirrel. Never fixed on that windows right. Said she needed that fresh air inside. One got burned by wax, smelled bad. Never saw that, just sad. Kittens gone. Then one day both kittens gone. Open window, moved along. Whole town knew just what went wrong, but she said she did nothing wrong. Another story, another lie, another victim, same old cry. Nothing's ever her mistake. It's always just a bad like break. Natasha C, passed her head around, got her off that parking ground. Never get a place to stay, thought she'd finally be okay. Well, the ring ain't doing much with my excuses, stacked up, same old lie. Couple months and then the end, evicted again, thanks to helping friends. Oldest son moved in with her oldest son. Said it helped till she got things done. Stayed a while, ate his food, brought her problems and a mood. Left him roaches, left him stressed, left his house a bigger mess. And somehow fights between the boys turn into more of a noise. She's a Coca-Cola king with a plastic crown, building little empires that all fall down. Big talk, no work, same old scene. Living room, self-made queen. If excuses for money, seen on this town, but all she got is a plastic crown. Into Chicago, left Florida for Chicago cold. Had a friend in the heart of gold. Said I'm happy with the kids, you'll see. You can always count on me. Back to back, took the ride, but the truth she always hides. Didn't love, just use the place. Another bridge, she's sooner race. Turning point, roaches, punching, Laurel on. Little roaches, it's so long. Boxes, bags, they made the trip. Just like every stinking shit. Everywhere she goes the same. Different town, same old game. That's the moment titles change. Now they call her Roach Queen Saint. She's a Roach Queen with a plastic crown, running every kinship in the crowd. Big talk, no work, same routine. Living room, self-made queen. If it's using her money, the honest time. Well, all she got is a plastic crown. Met a guy one night, Chicago bar, and neon lights. Truth is she had more than him, but she played the poor girl like again. Told the world she needed code, that wasn't always just a joke. Money came from those who cared, they just didn't know what it was ready for there. Now he says she found a sponsor, one that's gonna finally prosper. Says she'll never need again money, food, or help from friends. Sacrifice and disappear, just like every other year. No one knows just where she's been, but the cycle starts again. New month, new scheme. Now there's a new kitten on her face. Front and center, little stage. Videos for clicks on views. Same old gang with something new. Cute little face on every screen. Part of a recycled screen. Everyone watching thinks it's sweet. They don't know, haven't yet seen no repeat. Yeah, she's a Roach Queen with a plastic grill, leaving every good thing burned to the ground. Big talk, small world, same routine, but always self-made queen. Every last piece settles down. He's another broken town. And jump when you think you've seen it all. She starts another rise and fall. Clockwork, when the going gets tough, she gets mental again. Hospital hosts and sympathy friends. Says she needs money from a distant past. Like every emergency she's had in the past, but the truth ain't hard to detect. Government insurance already cuts the check. Same old story, same old thing. Just another brave by the Roach Queen. From a park bench down in Florida Green to another town.
LFG, let's fucking go. I forgot how abruptly that one ends. Good evening, my dear sweet Betty Boop, and hail King Kenergy. Whoop whoop. Love the emoji lyrics. Absolutely love them. I don't know. Is there something going on with Amanda that I didn't know about? Don't keep me waiting here. We've only got a couple here so far. We'll wait a little bit before we get going. So let me minimize that. We got a locked gate there. And I think that's the same picture I had on the thumbnail. I don't remember. I'll leave that minimized for right now. I don't need to have my big old head on the screen right now. Not yet. Not yet. So we got 6 here. Yeah, what's going on with that, Kenergy? Who wants to sacrifice you and why? Do tell, do tell. Is it scattershot because of the roach? Is that possible? Nothing would surprise me anymore. Oh yeah, I didn't do my nails. I was busy researching today. Yeah, it could be. I have no idea. I'm not even gonna look it up. She's not on my radar. Oh, you know what? She was. Hi, Brooke. I'm so glad you made it. I saw that you shared out my video. Thank you. But yeah, she was being mentioned. What a couple lives ago. So maybe she's a little bit miffed about that. Hey, everything gets talked about around here. Bed Mindy, truth be told. Oh, that's right. That's right. Wait a minute. She wants to be a sober coach, right? The sober coach. That's the Mindy sober coach. And not one person thought that was a good idea. And I only know a little bit about her from, peripheral conversation. Yeah. So, oh, okay. We got 3 in the chat, but there's 7 watching. So we got 4 lurkers. We got 4 lurkers. Woo, woo. We'll wait just a little bit longer. I got my big head on the screen, so I got something to say. That's what I'm being told, Kenergy. I don't watch your videos, so I can't really comment on that. But from what everybody says, doesn't sound like that that is an issue. Or that's doesn't sound like, yeah. So, and I trust my crew here is telling me facts. So, anyway. So everybody saw the post that the Roach put up, right? Yeah, we're having some Roach conversation tonight to get things started. Hi, Nina. Oh, got to get that housework done. If you get done early, come. You can do some for me. Yeah, she's putting up some posts. She's going to my last 2 guests that I had. Okay. And it's been commented that she's gatekeeping now. Okay. And one of her comments in there is that I'm behaving like popcorn or worse than popcorn now. Okay. And somebody else compared me to the hog. Really? Okay. Yeah, it was like Okay, this is crazy. So anybody that holds her accountable to her bullshit is a bully, but everything she does is just fine. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Betty? Yeah. But everything she does is just fine. But anybody that calls out that bullshit is problematic. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I thought that was really interesting. Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I just want to give a chance for, a couple more people to get here. I haven't heard from Terry all day. I'm assuming she'll be here. I saw that she posted on one of the posts. So I'm thinking that she knows we're going live. So we'll see, but just want to give it a little bit of time. Yeah. Right. I mean, I realized that, I had two awesome creators on here and we had great conversation. It was a no drama. There were no drama lives. Very well informed, fantastic creators, really good conversations, and it just showed how much of a fool and how much of an idiot she was. If you watched her live on the same topic, well, not exactly the same topic, but they were all topics about GRB, and it was clear that she has no clue about the main topic, and she looked like a fool. So what her solution is to what? Get my guests to do what? Or contact them and do what? Yes, I've been a big part of that community. Oh, we're going to get into that, Betty. And thank you, Brooke. Yes. But what is the point? Hi, Miss Tabitha. It's so good to see you. You were being asked about last night. I think that was last night I was live. Yeah, it was last night. Because nobody has seen you around in a bit. We were wondering if the roach ate you or something. Yeah, she only has secret friends. That's right. Oh, I'm doing better, Nina. I got my front teeth have been fixed. See, look at that. I've always had front teeth, but now they look a lot better. So, well, we're glad you're here now. But yeah, um well, that was just an off the cuff comment, Karen. So, but anyway, let me go ahead. I'm trying to see my screen here. I moved my camera so I can put my big head in the screen here because I got something to say tonight before we get started. Yeah, she is. Well, she's always talking to herself. One of her and her 37 personalities. But yeah. So let me go ahead and get to talking. Yeah, I think she's just pissed because she is just starting her new year, and she has nothing to show for it. And I've shown that the shorts she makes takes absolutely no work. There's absolutely nothing to it. It took me a minute to learn how to use my software for shorts, and she's been doing them for years. And it still took me a minute to learn how to use them, to do it. And nothing to it. And I'm getting tons of views. Maybe not on every one of them, but shorts are hit and miss. My lives are starting to get a lot more views. And I think she's pissed. I'm stealing her views. So I just think it's pissing her off. You know, she threw down a challenge, thought I would fail, and not quite working out that way. Yeah. So anyway, get out the way. So let me go ahead and say what I was going to say. I prepared a monologue tonight. Oh, Terry, I was just getting ready to get started. I prepared a monologue for tonight. So that's why I got my big head in the screen here. Figure if she wants to screen record me, you know, for evidentiary evidence, you know, since somebody wants her to file a report, I'm not sure where she wants to file a report, but, you know, I'm putting my big head in the screen so she could, you know, have that for her report. So let me go ahead. Me. So let's clear something up right out the gate. If you've got a problem with me, accountability isn't optional. It's the bare minimum, Tara. And what we're not going to do is pretend that running around behind the scenes, avoiding accountability and refusing to own your action somehow count as addressing anything. Because that's the real issue here. Not what you're saying, but the fact that you won't stand on it. What happened is you went shopping. You don't faze me. I laugh at you. So you went to my guests. Why? Jealous that people I bring on are more established, more knowledgeable, and frankly, way out of your league. People who showed up in good faith, had their own experiences, made their own decisions, and you tried to rewrite that for them? Really? You tried to plant seeds, stir doubt, and recruit them into a narrative you couldn't carry on your own? That's not accountability. That's not raising concerns. That's a smear attempt with extra steps. Let's call it what it is. Because when you have something real, something solid, you don't need to campaign. You don't need to whisper. You don't need to circle the block, knocking on doors, asking, hey, do you see what I see? No, when it's real, it stands on its own. But when it's not, you start building a team. And here's the part that really doesn't land the way you think it does. When you reach out to multiple people trying to turn them against someone, me, you're not exposing your target. You're exposing your intent. Your intent. People can tell the difference between someone sharing a genuine concern and someone trying to manufacture consensus. And what you did, that wasn't concern or what you think you did. That was coordination. That was malicious. You thought my guests were what, weak links? You thought if you pulled on the right thread, everything would unravel? I'd be intimidated? That was your first mistake. Because real connections, real conversations, real interactions, they don't fall apart because someone shows up after the fact with a story to sell. People trust what they experienced, not what you're trying to repackage for them. So what you actually did wasn't isolating me. You exposed yourself. You showed everyone exactly how you move. That instead of addressing something directly, you worked angles. That instead of standing on your own words, you borrowed other people's voices. That instead of confronting, you coordinate. And let me be very clear about something. If you need backup to speak on me, you were never in a position to speak on me in the first place. This wasn't strength. This wasn't strategy. This was desperation dressed up as concern. And the irony, you didn't damage my reputation. You stress tested it. Because anyone worth having in my circle doesn't fold under pressure from a stranger with an agenda. They ask questions. They look at patterns. They make up their own minds. So if your goal was to shake the foundation, you picked the wrong structure. Now, if you still have something to say, I'll repeat myself so there's no confusion. You don't need to go through anyone else. You don't need to campaign. You don't need to recruit. Be responsible. Stop grifting. Stop lying on members of our community. Stop creating chaos. Otherwise, you're proving one very simple thing. You were never trying to resolve anything. You were trying to control the narrative. And if you have to chase people down to do that, that narrative was never strong to begin with. Any questions? Let me go back and read that for a second. Oh, my voice went. Let me switch to my avatar while I move my camera back so you get my big head back out of the screen. Give me a second. Ay, ay, ay. Readjust, get it back. I think I got it in the right spot. Yes, much better, much better. Okay, get over there. Now I can kick back and chill out until we get into the rest of what I got to say. I'll put the comments up here. And let me go back and see what I missed while I was jabber-jawing away. Oh, you know what? I need to switch my glasses too. I'm reading from further away from the screen now. Oof. There we go. Much better. Okay. I'm sorry. I want to try to catch up on these. She's always got some new names coming in there. I think she spent her off time. She's probably got a little dollar store notepad. You know, that's her favorite store, and it's only 5 minutes from her house. That's what she said. She put that on a post. She put that on a post. So she goes in there and makes up all these names and writes the passwords in there so she doesn't forget them. Oh, isn't that the truth, Miss Tabitha? Oh, but Miss Tabitha, she's according to her, she said she had to pay bills and pay some rent now. Remember, or pay some of the mortgage because she's a homeowner now. But back in January, she never has to pay anything again. So which one is it? We don't know. She needs a thesaurus. She needs a lot more than a thesaurus. Exactly. Exactly. I guess it only matters when, it's affecting her bottom line. Love it. Love it. Yeah, comments are up there. Circle the drain. Uh, you mean circle the shitter? Circles in the shitter. Terry, you coming up here? Yeah, I was watching it right before I went live here. I can accept that. I can accept that. We all have our little bit of loose screws. I accept that. Yes, do all those YouTubey things. I always forget to say that. Hey, Jello. Jello, so glad to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so where were we? Where were we? I got to scroll up on my notes here. You don't want to know how many pages of notes I have for tonight. Yeah. That's because I have the text is large, so I won't have any trouble reading it. Oh. No, that's the one who says I'm like popcorn and I'm crazy and got a screw loose and everything else. And I'm like, has she ever paid attention to what her liege does? Really, seriously? You saw she's here. You never miss. You never miss when Terry's here. Terry, your buddy's here. Yes. In case there's anybody out there that doesn't know, Terry shows up, Coco's close by, never fails. He is determined to make friends with Terry. He is determined to make friends with Terry Lynn. Isn't that right? You say he's a lover, not a fighter. There's nothing snaky about him. Okay, I'm double checking my notes to see where I want to start here. Okay. I believe it was, oh, let me go back. You saw the picture I have up here. We got a locked gate because I guess it was felt that somebody's trying to do some gatekeeping. And I decided that I would look up the official definition, because we know some people, you know, in her camp, you know, her homies, we know they like definitions, official definitions. So I looked up the official definition of gatekeeping per the Merriam-Webster. And to gatekeep means to restrict access to something of value, such as information, knowledge, or resources, in order to exert power or control over a person or group. Something that's malicious by definition or designed to oppress. And that's that definition is as of April 9th of this year. Hey, Stina. And I sat there and stewed over that for a little while. I don't know. I think I was taking a shit while I was stewed over it. I'm kidding. That was foul. And I'm like, you know what? No, she's trying to control, but I'm not sure she's trying to, well, she might be trying to, but I don't think what she's doing is gatekeeping. I think she's trying to do something more like social sabotage. So I'm like, that's more like a reputational warfare. You know, so I looked up some things that could be like an overlap to I forget what terms I put in, and I got too many screens open already. But I think I Googled what types of behaviors, toxic behaviors, would overlap gatekeeping. Oh, I agree, Betty. And there are a few overlapping labels for that type of behavior. And the first one that came up was targeted social sabotage. It's like a consensus manufacturing and reputational undermining. And more specifically, a targeted campaign. Instead of vague gossip, she's actively going after my past guests and trying to influence how they see me and how they publicly associate with me. Then there's relational aggression. That could also be considered back channeling. In psychology, that's a classic. This is what she's doing is a classic case of relational aggression, using relationships as the weapon instead of direct confrontation. She's not coming at me head on. She's trying to isolate me by weakening my network. Then there's the good old-fashioned smear campaign. And that's when she deliberately tries to damage my reputation by reframing past interactions negatively, recruiting others to distance themselves from me, and hoping for public fallout, like they'll denounce me. And then this last one is triangulation. Has anybody heard of the term triangulation? And I'm not talking about in the relationship with, I'm not talking about in the dating relationship. And that's where she's pulling in third parties, specifically my guests, into the conflict to create pressure, doubt, and division. And this isn't, at this point, this isn't just petty drama. It's intentional reputational interference. And lucky for me, my peeps, my friends, my guests are reasonable people and can tell the difference between somebody sharing genuine concern and a fucking moron. Because all she's doing is looking for allies to try to pile on because her homies aren't enough. And they're not jumping in there to give her the support she wants. I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't seen it. And the good thing here is that her leverage point right now isn't even her behavior. It's how my guests interpret it. And fortunately, my guests that she's targeting right now, they have firsthand behavior with me that's been nothing but top notch and positive. And they've known me for longer than the goblin has. So she's got an uphill battle. So she can keep trying. It's just going to make it worse on her. Thank you, Brooke. So let's see. What is targeted social sabotage? Oh, you didn't think I was done yet, did you? Targeted social sabotage. This is an active, well, specifically the consensus manufacturing aspect. This is the active sabotage in motion, where she's contacting multiple people, repeating a narrative, trying to make it feel like everyone sees this. And while I'm going through this, I'm going to use her in this specific incidence right now, but obviously this can apply to other people and other situations. And because of what she did yesterday with that post, I am using her for this particular conversation. Thank you again for that, Brooke. Let me put that up there because we know she's watching. Let me put that comment up there too. We wouldn't want her to miss that. I don't know. You think that would have anything to do with it? Okay. So anyway, back to consensus manufacturing. That's the active sabotage in motion, where she's contacting people, repeating a narrative, trying to make it feel like everyone sees this. Everyone sees what she sees. That's a direct attempt to reshape how others view you by leveraging social proof. Why does that count as targeted sabotage? Because it's not random gossip. It's deliberate outreach to my specific network to influence them. And it's like, let me build pressure around this person. Sorry, I'm stopping to make sure I don't miss anything major in the chat here. Okay. Then we move on to the reputational undermining aspect. And this is the object of the sabotage. Her goal is to make people hesitant to work with me, creating doubt about my credibility, encouraging distance and public disapproval. And this overlaps with the relational aggression, hurting someone by targeting their relationships instead of directly confronting me. Well, she can't confront me because I won't want nothing to do with her. Why it's targeted? Because the damage is aimed specifically at my relationships, my guests, my audience, my platform. And this is her way of doing the let me weaken my position, because if she weakens my position, nobody will believe me when I'm telling everybody about her bullshit. Okay. So, how does this actually work? Well, it's a process. Consensus manufacturing doesn't come in loud, it comes in quiet and repetitive. Multiple people start hearing the same concern, similar phrasing showing up in different conversations. Oh, I've heard, and people are saying start to circulate. Nobody thinks they're part of a campaign, they just think they're being informed. At the same time, reputational undermining shows up as hesitation. Oh, I'm not sure, because I kind of heard. The subtle distancing, a shift in tone from neutral to cautious. No one says this person's being targeted. It just feels like something is off. How it actually works behind the scenes, this is where people underestimate it. Consensus manufacturing relies heavily on social proof. If enough people seem to believe something, others start to. They start questioning their own perception, assume that there must be validity. They adjust their stance just in case, even if the original claim is weak. So what happens then? One person starts a narrative, they repeat it to multiple people. Those people don't coordinate, but they carry the same idea, and suddenly it feels like a group opinion. Now layer in reputational undermining. That's where relational aggression comes in. Instead of confronting directly, the strategy is we can trust, introduce doubt, create distance, not by attacking head on, but by changing how others feel about associating with you. The real effects about this is it doesn't always explode dramatically. Most of the time it's subtle. There ain't nothing subtle about us and how we're outing the bullshit over there. Good night, Kenergy. We're so glad you made it. Get a good night's sleep. Yeah, that's what she does. Hey, Stanley. We'll move it down. But we know you said hello to everybody. So anyway, it's subtle. The opportunities start slowing down, the chat slow down, people stop engaging as much. Conversations are a little bit more muted. People stop trusting you. And then it starts to make the person that's being subtly attacked, they start to look like the reactive one, because you're the one that starts responding publicly. Well, the narrative about you is being shaped privately, and that imbalance is intentional. So why doesn't it always work? Well, this does have a built-in weakness. The strategy depends on one thing: people trusting the narrative more than their own experiences. If someone has a good experience with me, they've seen consistency in me, and they know how I move, then that third party narrative has an uphill battle, and the reality usually wins. So how do I fight that uphill battle? By being me. This is why she can't try to claim that this is what we're doing to her. She is a boulder rolling down a hill because she has a history that's repeated time and time and time and time and time and time again. She has no credibility. It won't take much for anybody to see that. Okay, the next one was relational aggression, also known as back channeling. And this is kind of the foundation of what she's doing, because she doesn't have the balls to try to do a video and say what she's got to say. She's contacting my guests. So she's emailing them. She's having conversations that I'm not part of. So she's trying to shape opinions without me present to respond. Okay, that's intentional. Because if she tried to do something straight up in front of everybody, that risks a challenge. And she don't want a challenge because she won't win. As long as she stays doing things in the back channels, that's just what she does with everything. She avoids accountability. And if she stays on the back channels, that's some level of control she maintains over a narrative without any resistance. So if someone has to go around me, it's not about resolution, it's about control. I say what I got to say about her right here. No hiding what I got to say about the goblin. So I'm glad I have my reputation. So my upfront, direct, in your face, that's a strength. Back channeling fails because people compare notes. They trust their own experiences, and the messenger starts to look motivated. Do you think? Oh, and by the way, Goblin, so you know, I did not go out of my way to reach out to either person that you're emailing. So you know, I let my relationship with them speak for themselves, speak for myself. So The bottom line is back channeling isn't a side behavior. It's an engine. It's protecting her from direct conflict because she's a spineless, sniveling cockroach. It's letting her control a narrative for the moment. And she thinks it's going to weaken my network without her ever stepping into the space. But it only works if the people will trust her. And she has no credibility. That's a good question. We're still talking about the cockroach, aren't we? Yeah, I know. That kills me because we know what she did to her last cats. She abused her last cats. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I started using some of my cats and found out that it takes seconds to do that. So any members, when she puts memberships back up, anybody that pays her for any of that fuckery, it's ridiculous. There is no effort at all into doing that. I agree because I don't think anybody went over there to see it, you know, and it that thank you that response did not go up until it was minutes after I said it over here. So whether or not it was because B herself was listening and heard me say it, or somebody else, heard me say it and is like, oh, we heard this on Rebrand's channel. You better hurry up and get over there. Better hurry up and get over there one way or another. The notification was done after it was said over here. Why? We know that they're superficial friends. Why? Who gives a shit if they comment over there? What do they think we're going to do? We might laugh at some of the comments, but I could care less. If you're a friend, be a goddamn friend. Show support. I'm not the issue. I'm sure as fuck going to try to be a cure. Which part were you shocked by? Oh, the cat? She's always been a baby. Little pussy ass bitch. Well, you know what? Even before this hoopla here, I rarely ever saw them comment. They rarely ever commented before. Oh, yes, she does. You know what? Yeah, that's it. That's why. Well, that's not an issue anymore. He's pretty much leaving her alone. But that's not the issue anymore. And I'm sure as hell not going to sit there and go off on, yeah, we, if there's a ridiculous comment that's up or a snarky comment that's up, it might get commented on over here, but I could care less if her, like I says, if her superficial friends say something over there. I don't care. I'm not gonna sit there and talk trash about it. Who cares? I have no idea what you're talking about. You want to elaborate? I'm not sure what you're talking about either. Ridiculous. Uh-oh. We got a weirdo alert. My eyes are opening. This is ridiculous. Okay, moving on to number 3, the smear campaign. That's like an umbrella that sits over everything that we've talked about so far. It's like the strategy that ties things together. So I don't think this will work for her either, because she has to have some kind of credibility. It rarely comes in as one big accusation. It's usually repeated, negative framing across different people, the same concerns popping up in multiple places, selective or distorted versions of events, or people being contacted who didn't ask to be involved. And it often sounds like, oh, I just thought you should know. I'm not trying to start anything, but, and well, there's a pattern you might not see yet. You know, it presents as a concern, but functions as reputation erosion. And a smear campaign runs on 3 pillars. I don't know, should I be talking about this? I might be giving her a blueprint for her and her homies to start. But the first of the pillars is repetition. The same idea gets circulated enough that it starts to feel familiar, and familiarity starts to feel like truth. Distribution. Instead of confronting you, the narrative is spread through your network. So guys, watch out if you start getting told these things. Wow, a lot of new comments. Yep, we got like 14 in here. She did that with glitter. Ooh, she did say Daddy Woo Woo wanted to make money off of King Curls, so there's a good chance she is using Daddy Woo Woo now. I didn't even think about that. Okay, the second one is distribution. Instead of confronting you, the narrative is spread through your network, through guests, collaborators, and audience members. And this is targeted, it's not general. Are you guessing, Terry? Oh, yeah, Shell's on the thumbnail. She gets hammered. And the third pillar is distortion. Facts, if there are any, are stripped of context, exaggerated, and emotionally reframed. Oh, that's really good to know, Tabitha. Okay, so what separates a smear campaign from criticism? Criticism comes to you directly, is specific and accountable, and can be discussed or resolved. A smear campaign avoids direct engagement, relies on third parties, and grows through reputation instead of evidence. Let me repeat that. Criticism comes to you directly, is specific and accountable, and can be discussed or resolved. Smear campaign avoids direct engagement, relies on third parties, and grows through repetition instead of evidence. The real goal of a smear campaign is not usually to prove something, it's to create doubt, hesitation, and distance. Because once people feel unsure, they start making different decisions without needing hard proof. The effects of a smear campaign, not explosion, just shifts. Someone delays working with you, becomes less vocal in support. Someone asks subtle, probing questions, and energy around your name changes. It's the death by 1,000 cuts. Now, where the smear campaign is weak, because they do have built-in problems. They require constant maintenance. The story has to keep being told, new people have to be brought in, and inconsistencies have to be managed. And the more it spreads, the higher the chance that people compare notes, contradictions show up, and motives become obvious. Think about that as it applies to the goblin here. We all compare notes. Do we have any contradictions? Any inconsistencies? Nothing changes. Everything is the same with what she does. There's no smear campaign here. It's all confirmation. Oh, Stina. Stina, you know what? I got to say this, because, and I've said it before on other lives, and I said it right after, she had Daddy Woo Woo open up her new buzzing toy. You know that one? I really think she has something nefarious planned. Add in, that, Daddy's signing her house over in 2 more months. And it ties in with a similarity to the last part of your statement right there. I think she has something nefarious planned with what I just said there. Oh, okay, Terry. When did she say that when's the last time she said that? Terry, how come you're not coming up here anymore? Are you starting to do a little shying away from me? You shying away from me? Just kidding. Just kidding. I called my dad Big Daddy sometimes, but it was 100% a joke. There was a big joke around why I'd do it and when I would do it. It sure as hell would never be online. It's on Chicago's tab. Okay, hold on. Let me waste my time going over there. I can't think of anything more exciting. Stupid. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, I read it. Okay, whatever. Yeah, she canceled that a couple days ago. I put a comment up on my tab. So yeah, she's hammering Shelly pretty good. Okay. So how do you counter a smear campaign? You stay predictable in your behavior. Consistency kills that distortion. Keep your circle strong. Smear campaigns break weak ties, not solid ones. Address the patterns, not every claim. Calling out the strategy is stronger than chasing details. Where it's weak, and this is what matters. Smear campaigns have a built-in problem. They require constant maintenance. The story has to keep being told. New people have to be brought in. I think I already went over this, didn't I? Yeah, I went over that already. Okay. Yeah, I went over that. Okay. Ooh, we're getting to number 4, triangulation. Oh, there's going to be a video out tomorrow. Yeah, she's been up and down lately. Okay. Yeah, you did, Stina. Okay, this last part is called triangulation. And this part is where she tries to bring in my guests. She tries to bring in all you wonderful folks. She tries to bring in everybody else she can. And this is a classic tactic where she'll do that. I just wanted to let you know, oh, I'm concerned about them. And well, you might not know the full story. You know, it sounds concerned, but the real function is to create doubt, create tension, and force people to pick sides. If someone needs a third party to carry their issues, they don't have a strong position. They have a strategy. In plain terms, triangulation is when one person avoids dealing with someone directly and instead routes the conflict through other people. Now, I'm not going to sit down and talk with her, so she can't talk with me directly face to face. But she can talk through, videos, posts, just like I talk to her. So, so instead of through videos, I have an issue with you, it becomes I'm going to talk to everybody around you and behind you. And this is how subscribers get pulled in. Not all of them, but anyone she could reach or influence becomes a potential third point in the triangle. My guests, who she's already said she's emailing, and she tagged them. Anybody that I may collaborate with, my subscribers, you, And even passive viewers that may just happen to find it because, you know, they watched an adorable kitten short I put out. You know, she may do that by in trying to shape their perception. And then they become messengers, validators, or pressure points. And that's why this part, the triangulation starts to feel different, because it's not just about me and her anymore. Hey, DJ. And this is why triangulation can sometimes start to, well, it's kind of like it wears a disguise, because it's not aggressive. And sometimes it can sound almost reasonable, because somebody might come in, you know, and do that. I just wanted to give you a heads up, you know, or, you know, I'm really concerned. Wait a minute, who here hasn't heard this from anybody? I'm concerned about who you're associating with, or you just might want to be careful around her. You know, you might not know everything. And I wouldn't want you to get caught up in this. Who hasn't heard that? That kind of phrasing does three things at once. If she's using that, and we know she has, it positions her as helpful. Let's say she was using that regarding me. It makes me questionable, and it pulls the other persons into a decision they didn't want to make. And what that does is, what triangulation does is it runs on pressure and positioning. It creates doubt. It creates social pressure, because it makes people think, well, what if it's true? Or, wow, is that going to make me look bad for associating? I mean, how many people didn't go and talk to Bliss because other people were putting pressure? And it could force people to take sides in alignment. And I just used Bliss as an example. And why it could be effective. Because leveraging is human nature. And people don't like conflict. They don't like risk. And they don't like being publicly wrong. And it doesn't even have to prove anything. It just has to make people think, maybe I should take a step back and think about this. It does have a weakness, though. It'll only work if the third party trusts the messenger, lacks direct clarity, or doesn't verify anything. Well, the roach is screwed on that aspect. It only works if my subscribers and guests haven't had solid interactions with me, have no reason to trust their own experiences with me, or if they don't come to me directly. I can tell you right now that my guests have had only solid experiences with me, and they trust me, and they've come to me. And we've had wonderful conversations. So, epic fail. So what the goblin's trying to do is manage my relationships, not resolve anything, not clarity. She's trying to take control. So what I would say is that, you know, if she has to go through my people to deal with me, she's clearly not addressing the problem. And she's just proven that she can't. They're always relaxed when they're on me, Jay.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. You love me. You really, really do love me.
I just haven't been, I've been tired and not wanting to be online.
I understand. I didn't plan on going live last night. My energy level's been low. I mean, really
Yeah.
low. I think it's the weather, the way it's been bouncing up and down so bad.
Yeah, it's raining here today.
It's been raining today too. But I mean, we've been having 30 and 40-degree temperature spikes. Not normal. This is a really wonky spring.
Yeah,
And it's
same
just,
here.
yeah, and it just saps the energy. But, you know, I didn't have a choice. I thought I had to address last night. But I think you missed my monologue.
No, I heard it.
Oh, okay. I was in a mood. Hmm. So hey, everybody, hey, check it out. Look, Terry's up here. She's been avoiding. She's been avoiding. She was letting the roach think that, you know, she was second guessing everything around here. It was a ploy. It was a ploy, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Brooke. I am not a bad person unless you piss me off. And even then I'm not a bad person. I just don't play games. Well, you play a game with me, I'll play it back, but you know, I play to win. Rosie, get out of there. I have no idea. Rosie, get, come on. Come on, get down. Come on. So how's your day been, Terry? What's up?
Um, Pretty chill.
Chill?
Yeah. The weather, it kind of like makes those old bones creak. It
Like what?
makes them creak.
Ah, I'm going to switch to Avatar. I hope nobody minds.
Hi, DJ.
Yeah. I tolerated Chicago
Well,
because of
Chicago's
you.
a creep herself. Ugh.
Yeah, I have no more tolerance for Chicago. The days of me tolerating her are done. I lost it when she was up giving a ration of shit to Popcorn, and I heard some of the things that she said to Popcorn and no matter what Popcorn said and did, Popcorn is still a survivor of SA when she was a very, very young teenager. And the things that Chicago said about that were utterly unforgivable. And nobody, adult, child, man, woman, nobody deserves that. And Chicago's comments about that were absolutely unforgivable, despicable, disgusting, and you know, no, because of her friendship with B, And the friendship that I was forming with B, I tolerated her. And when that friendship was severed, so was the tolerance. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. I had something to say when I was coming up.
Well, spit it out, damn it.
Well, I forget what it is now. Hang on, let me read back through the chat.
Oh, I'm sure Chicago has some virtue in there. And I mean, while during the age of tolerance, I went over there and supported her because of the friendship that I was building. I showed tolerance, and hey, there was a couple things that I thought were funny. And I'm like, damn, if this really did not bother me, what she had said, I could have, I'm like, I wouldn't have minded, but that one thing was really, really foul, and I'm also a survivor, and that's, that really, 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 Rosie, I'm going to sell you to a Chinese restaurant. Get out of there. Come on. And that, and it really, really bothered me, but if it wasn't for that thing, yeah, maybe there could have been. I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to talk about her anymore. But after she disrespected me in my live that one time, the day everything blew up, had she not disrespected me, probably would have just separated and gone our own separate ways. But when she threw in the disrespect on that day, it was hell no, nope. And then Shikanko was born. Rosie, come on. Get away from the wires. Get over here. Come on. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. I swear, she's going to a Chinese food store tomorrow. Because the old joke is that they cook cats. It's 100% a joke, DJ.
All right.
It's just like I threaten I'm going to cook my birds when they act up.
Hey, Eldon.
Hi, Eldon.
Good to see you.
Wow, I haven't seen you in half of forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I was fostering the friendship, it was like, okay. I mean, I had even asked at one point, B, send her an email, telling her I want to talk with her. I'm like, hey, I know she likes Game of Thrones. Maybe we can do a review, because, like, maybe we could try to work something out here, trying to build, but then, oh no, no, I mean, I gave it an honest try. Oh, aren't we all, Eldon?
Yeah, no
I have
kidding.
gotten so much older since yesterday, it's killing me. DJ, there was one time I was preparing a chicken, and I had my hand up the chicken's butt, and I had seasoned it all over, and I put a picture of it on my Facebook, And I told everybody that, yeah, my bird pissed me off one time too many that day. I had people freaking out. Yeah, I had people freaking out. And DJ, in case you don't know, I have macaws. It was real close in size to one of my macaws. Come here, Rosie. Come on. Come here, little love. Come on. We'll try a different approach. Come on. Okay.
Still wish you guys wouldn't use the made up names. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Oh, like the goblin.
Is that because they're not nice names or because you're not sure who we're talking about?
There, Jello, it just reminded me what I was going to say. And Tabitha had mentioned up above that she had originally called her dad her partner.
Wait, what?
Yeah, originally when she moved there, um, she referred to him as her partner.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
And then with the whole um thing with Stina saying maybe he's a sugar daddy because I mean, who says daddy woo woo?
That's right. I forgot about that little detail. See, I can't remember everything. That's why I need you up here all the time. Aren't we a perfect complement to each other?
I
Well,
mean, I
Betty,
think
why do you
so.
think I always call her that?
Yeah.
Of course, she'll say she calls us that because I call her that. Eldon, I'll try to be a little bit nicer. Just when you're here, though. So you got to be here because it doesn't count if you're not here.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, and she thinks that like you're a hate channel. Um, like it's
Accountability is not hate
yeah. I don't
unless you
see
avoid hate.
anything. I don't see anything like that. I don't hate her, but she needs to be called out on some stuff. And when she does, she gets upset about it. But she's been on the flip side of that too. So, I mean, that's when hypocrisy comes into play, right?
I agree. Well, you know what? With what you just said, I have a little closing here for the night that I think will tighten up what you just and it'll tighten up and close up what I said, and it'll add in what you just said and close, and it'll wrap it all up. So let me give me like a minute to say what I want to say. Okay,
Yeah.
is that okay, Terry?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got to look away because I have it. I don't have this part memorized. Oh, who am I kidding? The last one I had written down too. Okay. To wrap up tonight. Oh, I'm not going to put the camera in front of me. Let's not pretend this needs a meeting or a mediator. It doesn't. I'm not hard to understand. You know what you've been doing. You know what needs to stop. The moment it does, this ends. Until then, I'll continue to address what's being put out. Not because I want to, but because I will. I'm not asking for a conversation. I'm expecting oh, I'm reading the wrong one. Wait a minute. That was before I edited it. Damn it. Well, boy, I screwed that up, didn't I? Wait a second. Damn it. I thought I wiped out my edit. Hold on. Don't you hate when you do something stupid? Okay. I think I made it now. Okay. Let's not pretend this is a conversation. Or let's not pretend this needs a conversation. It doesn't. You know exactly what you've been doing. You know exactly what needs to stop. So let's not play confused. The moment it stops, this ends. Clean, immediate, done. I'm not asking for a conversation. I'm not opening a door. I'm not going back and forth. This is not a negotiation. I'm expecting a correction. Until then, I will continue to address what's being put out, what you put out every single time. Not because I want to, because I will. So understand this clearly. You don't get to move through my people, my friends, my guests. You don't get to work angles. You don't get to create noise and expect silence in return. You fix the behavior, this ends. You don't, it continues. And let me make something very clear. Your mouth sent the message, so you don't get to complain when it comes back. Return to sender, postage due. The solution isn't a discussion. It's a decision. That's it.
Okay.
I put a bow on it. I was feisty today. Low energy, but feisty.
Oh,
So where were we in the chat? Oh, I agree.
See, and I agree, Brooke. Something had to be going on behind the scenes for Tara to just flip like that. I did nothing to her. Never have. But I really don't care.
It's over with now.
Yeah, and I don't care. Like, I really don't. If I see her post something, yeah, I'll be reactionary and I'll, comment on my own community post about it. She's done the same thing on her community posts. Like, I mean, she even had the audacity to put up something about me grifting for nails for my kids.
Oh, that was
And
foul. That was foul. You know,
and that's
she
so far.
promised them, she promised your daughter. That's what was so bad about that. She's the one who promised your daughter that.
Yeah, but I mean, for her to say that, how I outed my daughter's ADHD and stuff like that, all for the sake of getting free nails for my kids. That's not even true. I was asked by someone to put up a wish list. I did that. There was complications because I'm in Canada.
Right.
But like I wasn't grifting for anything. I showed the post of what my daughter that she promised got for her birthday. Like, I just don't care. I don't care, Tira. Like, just go do your own thing.
Good night, Betty.
Good night, Daddy.
Well, she did that. That's just her way of deflecting and trying to put the blame on
Yeah.
someone else for what she did. You should have known she wasn't going to send it. That's just her way of putting the blame. That's if I were if I remember correctly, that's considered that's a narcissistic trait, is where when you fail, you put the blame. That's how you put the blame on someone else.
Yeah. Um, that's a good question, Tabitha.
It
Did
was either
Andy
envy or glitter.
said that it is her real dad?
Yeah, now that I'm reading that, it was envy me or glitter that said that.
Right, but she something about she's not living in specifically where she said that she's living, like in the city is different. I could be wrong.
Siri, stop. Siri, stop.
I stopped the office. I stopped the office.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The kitten did that.
Yeah. Yes, it's always good to see Eldon. You don't
Yes,
see him enough.
I know.
Gotcha. I mean, that's possible.
Yeah, I don't remember if well, didn't Tara put up her, she put up the city and state she was in. She doxed herself.
I have no idea.
Yeah, she put it up on a post and then she deleted it. Just like she does everything else, she doxes herself.
So she wasn't doxxed then? She wasn't found?
No, she put it up there herself. She put it in a post herself, and then she deleted the post.
Oh wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah, she put it up there. She did it. In fact, if I remember correctly, she put it up there. We were talking about it here.
Yeah.
There was chatter about it, and then she put up the post, and then she deleted it because we were all talking about it. It's like, can't believe she always does that. She doxes herself and then turns around and blames it on everybody else. But she doxed herself.
That's usually how it happens.
She's a clown.
Yeah. Rebrand said she's going to start doing some daytime live streams. Hopefully that'll work out better for you, Eldon.
Yeah, I got to do something to throw off some people.
I haven't seen Envy Me in a while. Have you?
I know, and you know what? I should have, when Glitter was in here last night, I should have asked how Envy Me's doing. I mean, it is her husband after all. But I didn't think about it until right after she left. Yeah, I gotta do some daytime streams with some little stuff. I said days ago I got to do one showing how to make the sweet potato slips, because I've got to cut them, and I'm like, I need to cut it, but I can't. I got to do it on a live, or at least make a video out of it. But I'm like, no, I need to do it on a live. I said I would. So, and just do some other, putsy stuff. I ordered oh, y'all are gonna don't hate me for it. I went to college, but don't hate me for it. I ordered some new nail polish.
Oh,
And
really?
well, yeah, I just wanted to, I came across it. It came up on my Amazon feed. I'm like, ooh, I like that color. And I'm like, I'll wait until it comes in. And I think it's coming in tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, maybe not morning, but it's coming in tomorrow. And I'll use that to paint my nails. Like, it's not like I'm doing a beauty channel or a nail polish channel, so it's not going to make a big deal if my nails aren't perfect, right? I've
Yeah.
gone for how long now without painting them? Y'all aren't going to hate me for it. You know what, Brooke? I could not have planned that if I tried. I was not expecting Brandy to pop in here. So, yeah, that was just fantastic that Brandy popped in here like that. It was absolutely 100% unexpected, unplanned, unprompted, and amazing, considering how much, how boring I am, how much everybody hates me, and I'm no good and nobody likes me. I mean, that was just absolutely amazing. So, yeah, that was 100% unprompted.
Yeah, she said she's going to come back.
Yeah, and clearly we have absolutely no chemistry between us. I mean, that was clear, 100% clear. She doesn't know me at all. Not at all. So, I
It
mean,
was really nice. She
yeah,
was
she
like
is.
spunky, and
Yep.
so was Audrey.
Yes. Yes. So, I mean, so Tara has somebody else, so has a third person that she could email now, and that'll be someone else that tells her to get fucked.
Well,
But
you told her all about Tara last night, anyways.
Audrey knew all about it, and I put up a clip today from when I did that very first. You remember my 8-hour marathon, watch paint dry with me?
Yeah.
That was the day after Tara told me that nobody would ever watch me, yada, 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 you know. And I went and did that marathon 8-hour live. I think that was the day after, you know, I got cornholed.
Sure was.
Yeah. The first person that popped into my chat, you know who the very first person to pop into my chat that day was?
Into the weeds.
Into the Weeds. And I explained to her, you know, why we were watching paint dry right there. And then I had talked to her afterwards. So, you know, Tara can email them. It was no surprise. Do you think that I would have a guest here? And you know, like what does she think that I hid all this content that I have until
Yeah.
after they left my live? Come on, you know. You know when I emailed them, I says, look, I said, this is what I have on my channel. This is what's going on. Just letting you know. You know me. Would you like to come over and talk about have a serious conversation?
Hmm.
And they're like, oh girl, I got you. Let's go.
And even Audrey said, like, you know, she likes a little bit of drama.
Oh, she said
Huh?
she was like, oh yeah, girl, I'm down for a roast.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I,
I did not hide anything, you know. Before Laura, before we went live, you know, Laura's mom, you know, knows what was going on here. And then I let Laura know. I says, just in case anything pops off in the chat, because you never know. I told her, you know, we have some drama that goes on around here.
right.
You know, they knew. I did not hide anything. I didn't lie about anything that goes on around here. You know, that would be the worst thing I could do is lie about anything. You know, but those particular lives, those lives were not about drama. They were targeted lives about what's going on with the Gypsy Road Blanchard case, you know, specific things about it. You know, so there's what you gonna do? Email them and say and you know what? Give me a break. She can say what
Oh,
she wants. She could try to say what she wants. There was no surprises, no punches pulled, no nothing.
Jello, that's very much how she is. She rubs me wrong too.
I don't know. Had everything happened like maybe a couple hours later, we would have been braiding each other's hair and talking about American Idol or something. But nobody's laughing about that. For the record, I've never watched American Idol. Rosie?
Yeah,
Stop it.
and I don't watch either, so
And I don't think you could braid her hair. There's not enough there. And I do not mean that in a mean way. Everybody's hair thins as you age. Mine's thinning out too. I probably could have said that in a less aggressive way though. So yeah, let me reiterate. I just shouldn't have said that because that was kind of mean, but I didn't mean it to be mean.
yeah, but it'll get twisted, so
It will. I do apologize for saying that. I really do. I seriously do. I seriously do. So I seriously apologize for saying that. So y'all heard it here. That was like an almost immediate retraction.
see, Eldon, that's the problem. She thinks she's the boss. Fair enough, Brooke.
She talks an awful lot about everybody, not just one feature.
Oh, you know what? I think probably out of everyone, the fact that Brooke and I are so close and she doesn't support Tira anymore, I bet Brooke is the one that chaps her ass the most because she didn't know how close Brooke and I were.
I think everybody in here chaps our ass. Because y'all didn't run away from here immediately and go back to her after a day. She's so boring.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So, I mean, she used to, you guys, not all of you, but so many of you used to be in her chat regularly. You'd be in her chats when she had them. I mean, not just watching, participating.
You connected the dots just like everybody else has been doing.
And it only took one wish list wiping to do it.
Yep. Hey, no regrets here. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad it was said. I'm glad Tira's gone. Oh,
Not one
partially.
regret. Not one regret. Hey, she hasn't put any more up since then, has she?
I don't know.
Not well, you know what? I haven't looked. Now, if I could just figure out how to get rid of her PayPal Coke grips.
See, and we talk often. Let me check. She posted about her cat and
Wait, what?
she posted about her cat and then my friends tell me not to do something, but I already did it 2 hours ago and they weren't answering me. I don't know, some Barbie thing.
Steph just posted on Chicago's page saying, dude, just say it, but use your discernment. My God.
Right? Must be the same ones Shelly and I had. All right, Rebrand, it's 11:30. You've been on almost 2 hours.
Wow, how time flies. 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and then I'll call it.
Fine.
2 hours seems to be the sweet spot.
Okay.
2 hours seems to be the sweet spot.
I used to try and put mine at 1 hour.
Hey, you know, I am almost at the 3,000 hours. I'm almost at 3,000 watch hours.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you just got to get the subs up.
Yep. Yeah, there's something that once you hit 3,000 hours and 500 subs, there's something you could do. I don't remember what it is, but
So you need 4,000 hours,
yeah,
and
yeah, you need 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs for memberships or something.
I believe it's 500 subs and 4,000 hours for memberships.
But there's something else that you can do. I think when you hit
When you hit 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours, you can become monetized.
yeah, but there's something that you can do when you have 500 subs and 3,000 hours. I just read it like a week ago. And I was like, huh, I didn't know about that. I'm like, oh, I'm almost there. Yeah, I
I
just
don't know
read
what
it.
it is then.
Yeah. What is it? I don't remember what it is. That's not a big priority for me. Go for it, Brooke. Go for it, Brooke. Scare. Don't scare.
Share.
Yes, share the crap out of my channel. But yeah, I gotta get some more shorts up. Because yeah, when I put the shorts up, I think I got like 20 some odd subs in like 2 days when I did the shorts. Hi, Brandy. Oh, look at that. What a pleasure in one night. We had Brandy and Betty in here. We are feeling well, Brandy. How are you feeling? Oh, I killed it on some of those shorts. One of my shorts got 6,000 views in less than 24 hours. I was like, holy mackerel. And and all those shorts she does, puts them up there, and like it's some big deal. She wanted to charge what for her memberships? Charge like $5 for her membership, and acts like that's some big deal. Like she's doing some big thing for her members. And
Good night, Eldon. Thanks for stopping in.
Eldon,
Have
thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure having you.
a great night.
But acts like it was some big deal putting up these stupid shorts and some big effort. And as soon as I figured out how to make a short on my separate software that I've never used for a short before, the shorts took, no time at all. And I was getting tons of views and a bunch of subscribers. And I was like, wow.
I haven't done a live on my channel for gotta be a couple months since I did a live.
Well,
I'm
I've
sure my hours are down. I've lost 3 subscribers apparently.
I've been trying to get you to go live.
Yeah, I know. I will when the mood hits.
I've been encouraging it.
I don't have any plans to do anything, with my channel. So, I mean, if it gives you hours, I mean, all the same people that are in here would be in mine, right? So I don't mind.
Pretty much, yeah. But still, don't you deign to get monetized someday so you can get some more nail stuff for the girls?
Oh no, I'll put my PayPal up for that now.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I don't expect I don't really plan to ever get monetized, but well, I thought maybe someday I would because it would let some of the pressure up for, who does the bingo club meetings. Well, that's no longer a thing. But if I ever did, I guess I'd use that to put towards for, you know, whenever I do uh any type of giveaways and stuff like that, anything would go towards that, so I can keep, you know, spreading it around.
Yeah. So I have 3,625 watched hours.
Is that's your lifetime hours?
No, this year.
Oh wow, just this year?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Yeah, my lifetime hours when I looked were at I think it was like 2950.
Where do I find lifetime?
You go into your analytics, you click on the hours, and then over on the right, you see where it has the date thing. You click the toggle, and it'll open a little screen, and then you click on lifetime, and then it'll give you the lifetime hours. Well, you know, Brooke, I show generosity in different ways, and if I did anything, it would just help me be able to continue doing that and expand my ability to do that. It wouldn't be for, you know, personal use, so to speak. Well, except for my, you know, taxes and stuff I'd have to pay on it. But I'd be able to use it just for that, to expand on the generosity and causes and stuff like that. But it's not a priority. But you know, somebody else decided to put me in a short, or you know, start talking shit about me again.
Who?
Yeah, somebody put up a short, you know, the crazy cunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she put a short up the other day that had Tara in it, and then she put a picture of me with in it, and then who else was in it? I think there was a picture of Shelly in it, and I don't know who the other picture was supposed to be, and that was it. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's trying to get attention again. And then she put up a short today talking about me and how, you know, she puts my name in and I'm not even in the algorithm, and laughing about it. And I'm like, okay, what is she trying? She's trying to get my attention. And I'm laughing at that, like she's that important. So, you know, my only real big goal here coming up is just to get past her. Just because
Right.
it took her how many years to get to where she is?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so you know, the only real goal I have is to get past her.
And again, she's one of the ones that decided to try that vertical streaming, and that's how she ended up with the sub count that she has.
Yeah, that finally
You
got
know?
her, and when got her, and she even said at one point when somebody started riding her ass about doing that because she was getting all the minors, she even said, well, when I stream the other way, nobody comes in my lives. She actually said that.
Yep. But it's not like that anymore.
Oh, Brandy, that's so nice. Yeah, you know, but yeah, so that's the only reason she ended up getting the subs. It's not because anything she does is interesting or funny. You Tibians. Oh, give me a break. But yeah, I just think it's funny that she says that, and you're just dying for me to talk about you. You know, she's itching for me to do a live about her. Keep itching.
See, and I don't go over, like I take the person right out of my search bar. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like if I click on the search bar, um, you know how you'll get a list of channels you frequent and stuff like that?
Yes.
Well, and because I'm not sub to her, and I've taken her right out of my search bar, so I never go over.
I keep her on mine because despite all the bullshit that's gone on with Chris,
Yeah.
I still don't want to see anything happen to Chris. And if something did, I would like to think that since they're besties, that the crazy cunt would post something about it. And that's how I would find out, you know, if something was going on with Chris. So that's why
Right.
I check in there just to make sure that, you know, Chris hasn't gotten injured or hurt, because she's on some heavy duty meds, and they're a little concerning.
I wonder if she's still in uh she went to, what did she go to again, Chris? Mental health facility or something, right?
She says that, and I'm really questioning that because she's not a dependent. She's not a dependent, and I, I'm questioning it. Not unless not unless somehow she is, I'm air quoting here, unless she is technically living with her son or
Okay.
fraudulently living with her son and is listed as his dependent. And that's how she's getting services through his military insurance, which
But
you know, and maybe I should leave the word fraudulently out because we don't know everything that's going on in her life,
right.
you know, but you know, who knows what kind of wonky shit is going on. But that's the only way I could think of that she's getting service, you know, through his military insurance, is if she is living with him and listed as his dependent.
Okay, so she claimed that it, whatever treatment she went into was covered by his insurance thing.
She has said that multiple times. When she used to come in our chat regularly, she had said one other time, the one other treatment she went through was through her son's marine. She referred to it as her son's marine insurance, and
Huh.
I think if I could even find that in there, I know it'll be in there. Me saying, "Huh, I've never heard of moms being covered by marine insurance," you know,
Right.
or words to that effect. But typically, your parents are not covered under that insurance unless they are listed as your dependent, as in, you know, like
Living with you.
yeah, because you're their caregiver or something like that. I forget what the exact terminology is, but you know, sometimes as adults you do have to take care of your adult parents.
Okay.
There are cases where, you know, the children do have to take care of their parents, their adult parents, because you know they're extremely ill or they're fucking bananas, whatever the case may be. I didn't mean it like that, but well, if it fits. But you know, she could be in his care for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, she could be.
Yeah.
Did I ever explain to you how to unhide her? Remember I hid her from the channel that night? Did I ever explain how to undo it?
I don't think I even went in and looked, so I wasn't really that worried about it. It's we don't need the chaos in the chat.
Yeah, it'll be in your Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, but no, it. I don't think I would have to go into my Google because I'm not the one. I did not block her in my Google, but it would be in the YouTube, just in the
Oh, yeah, right.
studio,
'Cause
just in
yeah,
the studio. It would
yeah.
be under blocked users in the studio, and I know where to find that. But no, being able to keep tabs over there is sufficient, I think. I could see when she posts on her shorts and stuff like that, and that's adequate. No, not through Medicaid, Brooke. She refers to it as marine insurance because her son is a U.S. Marine. So that would be Servicemen's Group, or not Servicemen's Group Life Insurance. Crap, I forget what the dependent insurance is called because I've never had to use dependent insurance because I'm not a dependent. Hey, Stacy. Stacy, every time I've had a minute to get over to your channel, you're not live. What's up with that?
Hi, Stacy.
But yeah, I can't think of what Champ VA. I think it's Champ VA. I think that's the dependent insurance for military dependents. That's not just Marines for Marines, but that's what she refers to it as since her son is a Marine. So, but there's no other way that I'm aware of that they would be paying for her mental health treatments unless, like I said multiple times already, unless she is listed as his legal dependent. So
I don't know. Maybe, well, if she said that, I was going to say maybe she paid for it. She
no,
said that she's wealthy.
no. The military insurance is in if it's a military facility, they're not going to take in civilians. So we know she also listens here a lot. So Chris, if I'm wrong, you are welcome to email me. It's in my you go to the about section here. You know how to find it. Email me and correct me if I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, I may have other vets and other friends that would like that information as well.
Nasty.
Well, Brooke, that's also a possibility. Or a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to use aggressive vocabulary here. But yeah, I mean,
What was the email address, Rebrand? Or Brandy? Sorry. Brandy said she got some nasty emails.
from who? About what?
Yeah.
What was the context of the emails, Brandy?
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I'm a little concerned about that. Oh, I think Brandy's behind. I'm curious as to who would be sending Brandy nasty emails. That's concerning. Not good, not good. Look at that. We still have 13 here, and we really didn't even have a drama chat tonight. We actually had a good informative chat. Now, there's a little drama. There's always going to be a little drama around here, but for the most part, it was a informative chat. At least I meant it to be. Well, some people make it too easy for us, Brooke. What can I say? What can I say? So let me see. I almost want to say that I'm curious on who Chicago's talking about, but no, not really. Did somebody say that Tara put something up about her cat? Oh, I see. She put up a community. Oh, wow. Community post was really hard. Oh, was that her vibrator box? Wow. Look at the engagement she got on her vibrator box in kitty photo. Check out the engagement she's getting. It's crazy. Oh, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, Brandy, then I would guess that email. Brandy, did you see, or Brooke, did you see what Brandy said? I would guess that those emails are probably coming from the Roach or one of her alt sock accounts. Yeah, I would 100% say that's coming from. Hey, Ray. I would have to guess that 100% is coming from the Roach or one of her socks, because she would be cruel like that. Oh, that cat's only still alive because she's got Daddy Woo Woo there taking care of it. How you doing tonight, Ray?
Okay, sorry.
You saw the comment that Brandy got some nasty emails, right?
Yeah, I highlighted it.
Yeah, she said that they called her a two-faced traitor. They were hateful and cruel. Doesn't take us, it's not going to take us much to speculate where they came from. That's messed up. Brandy, don't you believe it? Just block that email. Oh, we're doing better now that you're here, Ray.
Hi, Ray. Yeah, there's no one that I know of that would send her an email like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ray's fixed.
It happens,
Ray's
Brooke.
back. Ray's back. Hey, we all get fumble fingers. It happens. Brandy, just block that email, okay?
Yeah.
Put it in a special folder. Make a special folder in your email. Label it bullshit or harassment or something and move it into that and then block the address, but keep them in case you ever need them for future reference.
Yeah,
There you go.
you don't need to leave YouTube.
Yeah, you don't need to leave us. Yeah, that's what the cockroaches followers want to push people to do. Wow. Okay. That's pretty bad. Is that what you want your followers to do, Tara? You want your followers to harass people like that? Really? That's right, Jello. What are you eating? My stomach just grumbled.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I just took a mint out of the bag.
My stomach just rumbled. Yeah. Brandy's always been so kind to everybody.
Yeah.
That's something that Tara would do. That's an intimidation tactic. Tara, even if you got her so flustered that she would upset and leave YouTube, my sub count wouldn't change. So that would be an epic fail. So stop with that bullshit. Good girl, Brandy. We love you around here.
And it's disgusting because Tara knows that Brandy's not well. You know, she's been on hospice and she has a hard time eating, gaining weight.
Yeah, that's despicable. Amanda, you have issues.
Hi, Amanda.
Girl. What happened to 1 and 2? Brandy, don't you still go to B's channel?
No, you don't, Brandy.
No. I knew I met you somewhere else. See, Brooke, that's another reason why Brandy can't leave. She helps balance us out here. When we're on a roll, she helps balance us out.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes left. And it's midnight. And then I'm calling it.
Okay. I am.
I mean, at least I am. You don't have to.
I'm clearing out the notes. And tell me if you could see something right now. Wait a second. Do you see anything on the screen right now?
On which screen?
Look at the screen right now where you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Do you see anything scrolling on the screen?
No.
How
You're
about
trying
now?
to put a banner?
No, scrolling up the screen. Nothing?
No.
Okay. So it really does work. Okay. I had the I just had to put in all the addresses again for all our regular content creators that pop in here. You know how I have them in the notes?
Yeah, yeah.
I had put in my spiel earlier in there, and I was using the teleprompter, and I wasn't sure if anybody else that's up here, like you, if you could see. if I'm using the teleprompter, I wasn't sure if you could see what's on the screen. So I just put in the I just put in all the addresses back in there, and I ran it as a teleprompter, and you can't see what I was scrolling. So,
Nope.
see, I just ran another little test. Did you ever go in your channel and check out to see if you could put up the backgrounds and stuff?
Yeah, it's very limited. Like even when I was on panel yesterday with Bliss,
Uh-huh.
even there, like, well, I suppose it's different over here too because you added me as a co-host.
Yeah.
But like even on hers, I didn't see all the things that yours has. I don't see it on mine either. So it's
Okay.
probably because you pay for it.
Right. Yeah, I added you as a co-host so you'd be able to help with comments, and you'd be able to have the regular link access to get in here. I don't know if the free version has the regular link access in the back rooms and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I don't think so.
I kind of like having the little extra options there. Plus, I have fun with all the backgrounds I could put in.
Yeah. But isn't StreamYard crazy expensive?
When I signed up for it, it was a huge deal if I signed up for the year.
Gotcha.
And it was I thought it was pretty cheap compared to signing up for signing up for it like monthly. I don't remember what it was because it was so long ago, but compared to other things that other prices that I had looked at for other things that I'd looked at, it was pretty cheap. So
Okay.
when it comes time to having to re-up, I may be reevaluating because everybody's talking about how expensive StreamYard is.
Right.
So I will have to rethink that when it's time to re-up.
Yeah, because
Stacey, you wouldn't have seen the teleprompter because I know it would only have been in the back here. I know that nobody else would have been able to see it. If that's what you were saying, nope, nothing to. Stacey, are you going live tonight? I've popped over your channel probably 5 or 6 times in the last I'm pretty sure it's been the last couple of days. And every time it's been nope, nothing. So I'm missing the hours that you're live. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's up there. I always let me look because I always keep StreamYard open in another window just in case I need to jump in there and moderate. Yeah, I always have that on there. That $10 discount. I don't think anybody's joined from here. Joined from me. But yeah, I have that that toggle's already up. That toggle's always up. Okay. Yeah, you're slowing down over there. Oh, you mean click it and post, it'll post here in the chat? No, I'm looking at it in my description. I'm on YouTube looking at it in the description over on YouTube, and it's in the description.
Yeah, I see it. I'll click on it later and see what it says. Get a $10 discount, but
Yeah, and I was thinking about it after I was telling you that the other day. I'm like, shit, if you were going to do that, I should have told you. Make sure you click on it from here. Okay, I'll make sure you watch. I'll watch for your link. What time do you usually go live again, Stace? Oh, tap on it from.
Oh, post it in.
Okay, and you're West Coast time. Okay. Wait a minute, so how do I post? Is there a way to post it in chat?
You can't, it's too long.
Yeah.
I tried.
Oh, so there. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, you were able to do it.
Yeah, right below, or right above my chat box here. It has a little thing. It says share your referral link with a question mark. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Yeah, what Stacy said. Can you see that little arrow? It's right above. Well, you're different because you're on Apple. Everything you do is different. Thank you so much, Stacy. Now I got to remember to do that every once in a while, just in case anybody here wants to establish their rock star status.
Now, when I click the link, it brings me up the
It
back
brings you a
rooms.
bubble.
No, it brings up the back room. Like before I enter the studio.
Okay, no. Okay, right below the in StreamYard, right below the chat, and right above where you would type in a comment. Do you see a little where it says share your referral link with a question mark? Stacy, the caps are fine. Yeah, Stacy's saying that you should be able to tap it and post. She's on an Apple. She's on a Mac, Stacy. Everything seems to be wonky with the Mac.
I don't see it. You said it's right at the end of the chat.
Yeah, it should be somewhere right where you would type in to post your comment. It'll say share referral link, and it has a blue question mark in a circle.
No, all I see is need help.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll just have to
wow.
remember to do it. Yeah, I'll just remember to do that, like, I don't know, on the hour or something. I love this. I learn something new all the time. But yeah, all I gotta do is tap that arrow, and it puts that whole comment right into the comment box, and then I just click OK, and boom, the comment's there.
It could be because I already have StreamYard. That's why it's not working. Like I already have an account.
Well, no, because this is it should automatically put it up there. Oh, see, that's what it is. Okay,
For
thank you.
chats,
Stacey.
okay.
Yeah, 500 because I'm right on the cusp of 3,000 hours, Stacy. We were just talking about this a little while ago. Okay, yeah, she's saying with her co-host that they can share the link. Oh, and stickers too. Thank you. So yeah, it's just you're not finding it, Terry, because you're on a Mac and it's there somewhere. It's just not showing up
Yeah.
where. It's somewhere on your screen somewhere there. It's saying it. We just don't know where. Just like sometimes how you know where you type in your comments for the chat, you know how sometimes your box disappears.
Yeah.
Have you ever figured out why that happens?
Nope, but it over here I can't. And when I was on Bliss's, I could chat in the chat. With yours, I have to have StreamYard open with Google, and then I have to, if I want to chat in the chat, I have to go back to Safari and type in the chat.
Well, that's bizarre.
But on Bliss's, I had no problem commenting in the chat.
You're not trying to backdoor me, are you?
What? No.
Okay, just check it. Ask him for a friend. Ask him for a friend. Just kidding. Just kidding. Or you can sign up free for coffee, and it is an alternative way to share your crafts and set goals. Ooh. Ooh. Got to look into that. Stacy, it's a whole joke. And I was reading up on some stuff earlier. You've been in here. You've heard how we have you know, a roach that we roast. In the last couple of weeks, I did. I had two guests on here, and we did serious interviews talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And well, the roach has decided that she is going to email, and she did email. Well, she put up a post and tagged those two people, my two guests, and she's emailing them to have a discussion with them about their association with me. So we had to talk about that tonight. Since she thinks she's so influential that she's going to try to, you know, social engineer a smear campaign against me because she has such great credibility. Yeah. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm really intimidated. You know, and one of the things we briefly touched on was, you know, back channeling, backdooring. Oh, she's a cunt. I'm sure you've met a few of those in your days. Yeah. So love it. Perfect timing. Well done. Well done. But so anyway, yes, I'm very intimidated. Very intimidated. As soon as I saw that post, as soon as that was brought to my attention yesterday, I did an impromptu live with like 3 minutes notice yesterday. And then tonight we had a more serious discussion about it. And we will continue to do that because she's a cunt. And I won't be dictated to.
So Stacy, is your co-host able to type in the chat?
I think yours is a Mac. I think it's a Mac issue for you, Terry, because I don't recall
Yeah, but
ever mentioning any issues.
I was able to do it on Bliss's, but she has the free version.
But you weren't listed as a co-host over there.
Right. That's why I'm asking if her co-host is able to type in the chat. She
Oh, wait a
chooses
second.
to
You can
use.
activate the stream chat. Is there a specific place that needs to be activated that you can recall, Stacy? That's ringing a bell, but I don't remember from where. So now you got me thinking I got to look.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I'm able to on other panels, but not this one. I don't have the option. There's no space for me to tap.
Wait a second here. Stacy, would it be easier for you to explain it instead of typing it? And maybe you could see what she's looking at back here. I don't know. Looking at it and explaining it.
Yes, I can see the chat. I'm just going to take a screenshot of what it looks like back here for me.
Okay. Make sure you don't have anything you don't want seen on your screenshot.
Oh, I'm going to email it to you anyways.
Well, you can put it up on the screen.
Let me see.
Shooby-dooby-doo. I love problem solving. Really appreciate your time with this, Stace. Well, you know, you can pop out the chat now. The chat can pop out and open in a new window now from StreamYard. I think they just started that this week.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing on there. I'm going to turn these off for a minute.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to do that.
So you see how there's no window? There's no box down there for
Yeah.
me to chat in.
Huh. Let me see. And you can't scroll that down any lower.
No.
Oh, that is bizarre. Okay, let me go to a different window here. Okay. StreamYard chat screen on MacBook, Mac. Okay, they say a browser extension could be causing the issue.
Who knows? God, we can look at it tomorrow or something anyways.
Yeah. They also say on the Mac OS, your browser may lose access to your screen. Oh, that's screen recording. What the hell? Yeah, I guess this is something we'll work on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
All right, my friend.
Yes, ma'am.
Gone
And
over.
look at that. It was an hour ago you tried to cut out. Yes. I do think that we're going to call it a night. So, oh, Stacy, that's perfectly understandable.
Night, Jello.
Yes, it is now going on 1 a.m. for Terry. And Terry was trying to get off of here. Terry Lynn was trying to get off of here an hour ago, almost to the minute. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. It was a wonderful evening. We appreciate everyone that was here. And on that note, everyone have a great evening. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, wait,
Thanks, guys.
wait. Before we go, we got to get we got to put Stacy's information up on here.
No worries, Stacy. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we will get it, but let me put there. That's Stacy's channel. Stacy. North American Treasures, right? Northern Aurora Treasures. Northern Aurora Treasures. Yes, Northern Aurora Treasures. Duh, I just had to go look at the screens. I had to look at the screen. But that's Stacy's channel. Northern Aurora Treasures. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And again, everybody, thank you for being here. I will see you probably tomorrow night. So have a good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye.